Hey guys, Johnny here, bringing you a Maki Deck Tech. Today's May 2nd, which is Pailei's birthday, who's Maki's voice actress, so I figured I'd show my Maki deck. It's yellow-blue, and it's a little different from my previous build on the 9th Climax website that focused mainly on the change. This one's mainly based on costless beaters at level 1 to build up stock for your late game. So to start off, we have two of these brainstormers. She's 500 to center, and her brainstorm is pay 1, mill 4 for every climax you hit, give a character 2,000. So she's just here to be a brainstormer, really. Next is 4 of these PR Makis. She is a 500 front. On play, you can check the top card of your deck, and you can leave it there or put it at the bottom. So she synergizes well with the 1-0 event. You can play her, check the top, and leave it there if it's a character. If not, put it at the bottom and then play the event. So, and then we have 3 of these level 0 backups. Her effect is 1,000 backup, and if you have a level 3 on the field, she gets +1 soul. So, early game she's a level 0 backup, which I just think is hilarious, and late game she's a 2 soul attacker for no cost. For your main beat stick at level 0 is 4 of these 4K Makis. On play, mill the top 2 cards of your deck. If you hit a climax, she rests. So she's a little iffy, but she's 4K body. And finally, since the deck has some changers, there's 4 of these marker Makis. On play, put the top card of your deck under her as a marker. And if you have 1 or less others, she gets 1,000 in a level. So if your field looks like this, and this in the back, she's 3-5, level 1, she can't get hit by reversers, so makes for a decent beat stick. And if they think they can run over 3-5 with like a 4,000 or something, there's a level 0 backup and to ruin their day. So that's 17 level 0s. Quite the number of level 0s because it is crucial to the level 1 game. But I run one of these 1-0, 1-5 backups. She has a pay 2 send this to clock change to change into this 2-1 assist. I don't really use it as a change, I use it as a costless backup, but if I have markers or something, then I might as well change into it if I have to change. Then 3 of these no brands. She's an interesting card. She gets 500 for every one of your opponent's standing characters. So at worst, she's a 106k if they don't tap their back row. But if you have like a whole field of these, then it's kind of a nuisance for your opponent to kill all of them. And with all the backups in the deck, she's already a nuisance enough. Then we have 4 of these 105,000 Makis. She's the main beat stick of the deck. She gets 500 power for each level 0. So say you have this and one of the assists. It's basically giving her 1,000 power, so it's like she's in front of a level assist, but it's all for no cost. So a really good card. And you have more level 0s in the front row, then she gets even bigger. And of course, it's not a Maki deck without push-ups. So 3 push-ups, just 1-1, 3-5 backup, the works. Everyone knows what push-ups does. And then the new event from the Volume 2. Clock yourself, and if it's a character with Maki in name, you get to draw 3 cards and discard 1, and then give one of your characters 2,000 power. So this card is really good in a Maki deck, because if it goes off, you just draw 3 and discard 1, so you can ditch climaxes, dig into your deck to get climaxes to drop, and overall it synergizes with the level 3 Maki very well. And if you do hit a climax with it, it's 1 less climax going to your stock, so it can go to the waiting room, and once again synergizing with the level 3 Maki. Of course you don't want it to hit a climax, but if it does, it's not the end of the world. So that's 14 level 1s. Level 2, like most Maki decks is pretty small. 2 of these 2-1, 1,000 fronts, and her second effect is pay 1 rester, give one of your characters 2-5. So really good assists if you need to run over things, as if Maki's level 3 game can't run over things anyways. But and then once no halation Maki, her only effect is pay 2, discard 1, climax phase changed into the Happy Maker, and she's just in here because The deck can't salvage, so if you're out of healers, then she has a way to get you a healer. So that's 3 level 2s, and everyone knows that if you're playing Maki, you're playing this level 3 right here. If 6 Climax is in your waiting room, she gets -1 level, so like I said, that 1-0 event really helps with that. It makes her more consistent. Her second effect is on play, draw 2, discard 1. And her last effect is she gets 500 power for each other music character on your field. So early play, beat stick, good stuff. And last but not least, 4 of these Happy Maker Makis. She heals on play, and during your opponent's turn she gets 500 for every other music character. Not the greatest, but she's a healer, so you can't complain. So that's 8 level 3s. And for climaxes, I run 8 books. No climax combo with these, they're just books to plus. Alright, I guess moving on to how to play the deck. So at level 0, there's a variety of things you can do. If you draw this, play it, of course. If it misses and rests itself, there is the marker that becomes a level 1. So if they have, say, reversers on the field, you can just swing into this. And on their turn, if they think they can kill it, just drop a level 0 backup and ruin their day. But yeah, level 0 is pretty basic. I don't really like to play these level 0 assists at level 0 because I like to save them in my hand for level 1s for when I can play the event. So at level 1, you mainly want your field to consist mainly of this Maki, because she gets 500 for every level 0, so it's almost as if this is a 500 front and global. But the No Brands is also there to beat over stuff, but you mainly want to play this one. On your turn, you can play these events to get big, and on their turn, you can play these events to get big. So level 1's pretty aggressive and defensive, and you basically have to, your opponent has to call your bluff if you have a backup or not, but it's a Maki deck, so you most likely have a backup. Level 2 is really simple, just replace one of these level 0s with a level 2 if you have it, and of course, drop level 3 Makis. And at level 3, drop more level 3 Makis and heal. So this is a really simple deck. It doesn't base around the Panther change like the other build I had. But yeah, it compresses pretty well. It keeps a hand size too, because mainly when most of the stuff doesn't die, and because you run 8 books. So I guess going on to alternative cards that you can run in your waifu deck. So of course this is a waifu deck, so it's not meant to be taken seriously, but there are some other cards you can consider. Like this level 0, on attack give a Maki character 1/5 in level, and she combos with the book. You can, when she attacks with the book in play, you can discard a card and insert your deck for a music character. So she's pretty good, hand fix, costless, and she pumps your Makis, so good card. Another card is this Secret Face Maki PR. On play, you can pay 2 and draw a card, and her second effect is on your opponent's turn, all your characters get 500 power. So she's actually pretty good on defense with the, let's see, where is she? With this Maki. So say if you had 2 of these out and your entire field was this, then you'd be getting around 2,000 global, so they'd all be 7k in the front. But the only problem with this card is that she doesn't get power on your turn, and her second effect is kind of eh. Another card to consider at level 0 is this level 0 Maki. On attack, pay 1 with the wind in play, and you can search your deck. So it's like it invites the party at level 0, and it's Maki, so why shouldn't you run it? Well, I'm thinking about putting this in just because to get some search power out, but I'm not sure yet. There's also the Made Maki. The only problem with this card is that it doesn't actually have Maki in name, so if you hit it with the event, it won't go off. So otherwise, it's a pretty good card. And of course, there's Kira Kira Sensation. On play, get 500 for every music character on the field, so she's a good assassin card. Can come out and just beat over your opponent's stuff, but the deck doesn't seem to have a problem with power levels at level 1, so if you're looking for a more all-around big beat stick, there's this 1-0 PR. It gets 1000 power if you have 5 or more cards in your hand. So she sits at 106k, but her condition's kind of hard to meet sometimes. Of course, if you get off like 2 of the 1-0 events, then you should have no problem with keeping your hand up, but sometimes it doesn't work, and that's why I prefer to run the no brands over her, because if they don't tap their back row, they already have the same power levels, and of course it's player's preference really. And then at level 2 there is the Sundress Maki. She is a costless backup if your entire field is Maki, and it's for 2/5 power, so a pretty good card. It's kind of like the Lifa. Oh, actually, it's kind of like the Lifa backup from SAO, except you don't know what the top card of your deck is that you just put over there. So sometimes it hits a climax, and sometimes it hits a character to take 1 damage off the top of your deck. But yeah, it's a risky card. So yeah, guys, that's the deck. Hope you enjoyed it, and later.